Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. Today we're looking at 10 apps that I think you should check out if you are an artist and you like VR. I first got into virtual reality just a couple of months ago when I saw one of these apps on Facebook. Somebody had posted what they had done with it and I thought that looked pretty sweet, so I thought I better check it out. Ended up buying a headset and now I enjoy creating art in virtual reality. So I'm going to go through 10 of them here. I'll leave links below where you can find each of them either in the Quest store or the Steam store. And yeah, you can check them out there. If you want to read this article instead, I've linked below where you can find the post on my website where you can read about each of these as well. And make sure you're paying attention because during this video I will let you know how you can enter for a chance to win a free copy of PaintingVR. So let's jump into it here. I've got my list in front of me so I don't miss anything. So the first one is Vermillion, and Vermillion is number one on my list because that's the one that got me into virtual reality art. Vermillion is basically oil painting in virtual reality. This one goes for $19.99 USD in, I believe, both the Steam shop and the Quest store at the time of filming this. And so you can use a bunch of different tools. You can use your paintbrushes, your palette knives, all that kind of stuff on different sizes of canvases. You have an in-app browser where you can watch tutorials. I've made a bunch of paint with me tutorials that are in the Vermillion app that you can follow along with. Overall, it's just an awesome experience. If you're a painter, even if you're not a painter, I would encourage you to check this one out. It is a lot of fun. The developer of it is continually putting out new updates, improving it. Just this week he's putting out a beta for a multiplayer where multiple people can paint in the same online studio at the same time. So I could be painting with somebody from across the world in the same studio. And yeah, anyways, I won't go too much deeper into it, but if you want to check it out, it is linked below. On the post version on my website, I've posted the pictures of a bunch of the different paintings I've done on it, and I'll link below to those tutorials if you want to check those out as well. Number two on our list is PaintingVR. So another painting one. PaintingVR and Vermillion are often compared. PaintingVR is a little bit more experimental, where instead of just having kind of your oil painting set and that being it, you can paint with your fingers. You can paint, there's like this screwdriver gun that you can attach things to and paint things around. For mixing paint, you can pour paint from the cans into each other. It's quite the experience from what I've seen. But they also have an in-app browser, so you can watch tutorials, you can bring up reference images, all that stuff as you're creating. You can move around the space to create, to find your tools. You can paint on your easel, you can paint on the wall, you can paint on the floor. It's pretty cool that you can move around. I find that very interactive and very fun. And I guess what I should mention about both of these is you can, both Vermillion and PaintingVRs, you can export your final image and get those printed onto, fine art paper or canvas if you would like to display your art physically as well. Okay, so we're doing a special giveaway today in this video. If you want to win a free copy of PaintingVR, here's what you need to do. You need to like this video, you need to subscribe to my channel, and below you need to comment why you'd love to win. The draw will take place a week from the published date of the video, so that will be September 17th, 2022. Good luck, hopefully you'll enter. Number three is TiltBrush, and if you've read my article, you will know that I have this on my list here just to tell you not to buy it. So TiltBrush, let me see what it was. I don't have the date here, but it's been officially discontinued by Google, and another app, OpenBrush, has received the what's called the source code for it for free, and so now OpenBrush is actually the one you should check out also because it's free. Because TiltBrush is still on the Oculus store. I didn't check if it was on the Steam store or not, but it still costs like $20 or something. But OpenBrush is free, so again, don't buy TiltBrush. We're going to talk about OpenBrush here, and then you'll see more about that here. So number four on my list is OpenBrush. So this is found in the App Lab on the MetaQuest store, or you can just find it in the Steam store. I've got the links in that post. So it's a community-created free successor of what I just said, the Tilt Brush store. And OpenBrush brings, it's not only painting in virtual reality, but it's painting in virtual reality and 3 dimensions. You can use light, fire, stars, paint to create these 3-dimensional artworks, which it's pretty fascinating. There's different scenes you can kind of paint in. You can paint in space. You can paint kind of in a landscape, and there's more. I haven't had the time to test all of them out, but from the little bit that I have played of this one, it's a lot of fun. It really unleashes your creativity because you can paint in 3D. You can do some pretty sweet things with it. So this one is free. So if you are an artist and you have a VR headset, it's free. Check it out. I would suggest downloading it. It is pretty cool. Number 5 is MultiBrush. Now, MultiBrush is basically OpenBrush or Tilt Brush, but a multiplayer version where you can have multiple people painting in the same virtual area at the same time. So this one actually does cost some money. This one is $19.99 USD on the Oculus store. I couldn't find this one on the Steam store. If it is there, maybe somebody can drop a link below, but I couldn't find it there. Number 6 is Let's Create! Pottery VR. So this one is a pottery app. In real life, I've never actually done too much with pottery, like with spinning wheels and all that kind of stuff. So I am interested in checking this one out. I haven't had the time yet to download this one, and it does cost $19.99 USD on the Quest store and the Steam store at the time of posting this. But you can go through. This one's a little bit different, where it actually kind of gives you like a campaign mode where you can go through you go through the different stages of creating ceramics, but then they have different parameters that they want you to meet, and you have to see if it sells or not. But then there is also just kind of the open creation. You create what you want. There's different patterns, different paint, different clay colors that you can do. And some of the work that I've seen created from it is pretty stunning, to be honest. It's pretty cool. There are different theme styles that they have on there that kind of mimic like ancient Greece, ancient Egypt, and more than that as well. So you can check out Let's Create Pottery VR on the Quest or the Steam store. Number 7 is called Spatial. Now, Spatial isn't necessarily an art creation app, but it's a way for artists to display their artwork in the virtual world. So Spatial is free, which is awesome. You can create an account on your computer, on your mobile device, or straight on your VR headset, whichever is more convenient for you. But then, yeah, you can create your own art gallery that is dedicated just to your work. So I've gone in and created my own art gallery. I have different wings for different types of artworks. I do some mixed media, I do some acrylic painting, and then I have a wing just for like some of the tutorials that I've been doing in Vermillion on the VR as well. And you can edit them through your VR headset, but you can also edit them on the computer as well. So a lot of the work on my Spatial gallery I'll do on my computer first, just because I find it sometimes a little bit easier to be uploading things directly from my computer, because that's where a lot of my files are. But then you can invite people to visit, and they can visit both, on a mobile device, on a tablet, on your computer, or in virtual reality on the headset. Obviously, in virtual reality, it's quite a bit more stunning and pretty cool. So if you're interested in creating your own art gallery on Spatial, I would highly encourage you to check it out. And you can check out my gallery. I will list that below in the description, the link to find that one as well. Number 8 is SculptrVR. So SculptrVR is $19.99 USD, pretty common price for a lot of these ones. And in my mind, it's as if Tilt Brush or OpenBrush and Minecraft kind of came together. So in SculptrVR, you're able to create not only 3D designs, but also like these 3D worlds. And you can share these worlds with friends and the whole community, so that everyone can, you can kind of visit and play around with people. You can even export your designs so they can be printed, 3D printed, which is pretty cool. SculptrVR has up to 10,000 times zoom. So you can do a lot of small detail and zoom out, and yeah, you can create some pretty detailed things. And then you can blow it up with rockets, which is kind of interesting. So though this isn't your you know, your normal painting app or drawing app or pottery app, I thought creatives would find this one pretty interesting as well. So you can check that out on Oculus, or sorry, on the Meta Store and the Steam Store as well. Number 9 is Kingspray Graffiti. So this one is $14.99 USD on the Quest Store. Same on the Steam Store at the time of filming this. So if you're a graffiti artist, or if maybe you've always thought about wanting to be a graffiti artist but always been a little bit too nervous, now you can test it out in VR for yourself and create some pretty cool things. I've had a few artists share on different groups that I'm a part of their creations on Kingspray, and there's some pretty cool graffiti art that I've seen posted on this. So it uses true to life iron lac aerosol colors, and you can create with up to 4 other players all in the same space. So this one has the multiplayer already built into it. And it has 12 different environments you can where you can create, including a train yard, an alleyway, a rooftop, and an abandoned subway station. And obviously some others. That's pretty cool. So you can check out Kingspray Graffiti. The last one, number 10, is Gravity Sketch. This one is free. I've only played around with this one for a few minutes, but it seemed pretty promising. So Gravity Sketch is a 3D design app, and you can create objects right in the space in front of you or in different custom environments as well. You can take photos of your process along the way to kind of compile them afterwards, and then and you also have unlimited layers to work with, which is kind of nice. Then you can export your final product as images, videos, and 3D files to then be 3D printed. So that one is free. You can check that out on both the Meta Store and the Steam Store as well. So those are the 10 apps that I wanted to share with you today. If you have any other apps that you think artists would enjoy, please leave those in the comments below. This is a place for us to collaborate together and kind of share our experiences with each of these, and I hope that you will share your experience with any of the apps that you have so that we can all learn from each other. If you want to check out any of them, I will put just links to them in the description, or you can check out the post on my website where all the links are there. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for checking this out. Make sure you subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and make sure you hit that little bell so you get notifications for new videos. And we'll see you next time on Brian Sloan Artist.